Intelligence sources indicate that are previously
Good. So that's the first. That's the first mission for Exalt. Let's get an Exalt operative on the ground. We do have a couple of snipers, which would do quite nice, but I guess I'm going to take him together with the West, so he doesn't die. Send him there.
To disrupt Exalt cell in Mexico.
Mexico is going to reduce panic once we have extracted him, so that's fine, and we can launch a satellite over Canada, so nothing to worry about right now. However, the fact that some of our countries are so close to panic limit and we have a satellite on them kind of further facilitates the idea of building an alien containment facility, because that would allow us to go to the alien base whenever we need it. It's a little bit complicated now. I just want to make sure that I don't do any significant mistakes.
Foundry online.
So within the foundry, the only really important upgrade that we need at the beginning is the tactical rigging. That's for sure. It would halve in its price though once we have all of the satellites over Asia. So I'm still going to postpone that until we covered the holistic Asian continent, I suppose. And this is finally beam weapons. So important for us. Laser rifle, laser pistol. And next up, let's do the autopsies because they are instant. UFO tracking is nice, I like it. Second heart also super nice. Targeting uplink also okay, I guess. Now there are a couple of things that I would want to do. The arc thrower for capturing aliens, but since we don't have our alien containment facility, the next thing we want to do is heavy lasers. Because that would equip all of our fighters with lasers. Question being, if we now go for arc thrower, and if we build an alien containment facility, we can just capture a sectoid and get research credits for laser weapons. That would be the other alternative, because 19 days is really long. And like I said, we need to speed up our research. That's the reason why I'm going for laboratories already. So I guess for multiple reasons, the next research is going to be arc thrower, because we can then capture the outsider for the alien base invade, and we can also capture the sectoids. So next up we need to go for laser weapons. So I'm thinking about what exactly I want to sell. Definitely want to have some of the laser weapons. 6 mutant corpses are needed for MU conservation. I need the floater corpses. But I don't need that many power sources currently. So Ghost Grenade, really nice. I like it. Want to get more of it. But first let's start with this. We need 2 of the rifles and 1 pistol for our sniper. The other ones are also very nice, and definitely I would be interested going for 1 Ghost Grenade, because it eases the playstyle so much more. But without the foundry upgrade for 2 items, currently I guess that's not worth it. Alright.
Commander, our satellite is prepped and standing by for launch. We are ready to deploy.
That's our satellites. And soon we should be also fine. And once this excavation is done, I really want to start with the alien containment facility.
Commander, our satellite is prepped and standing by for launch. We are ready to deploy it on your orders.
So that's the excavation, finally. Let's go for the alien containment, like I said earlier. Want to excavate here as well for the next power generator. Next satellite uplink is okay from engineers, we just need the money, so that will be one of the investments for the next day. And we theoretically have enough energy as well to go for another laboratory. At this moment in time, because we missed so many scientists and we were so unlucky with RNG, I really need to speed up the research progress a little bit more. That's the reason why I'm rushing it, really. And we do have still 9 more days in this month, so the laboratories will be ready this month, and we could then already start kind of increasing our research speed, I suppose. Let's do the Exalt mission. So Exalts at the beginning are quite straightforward because they do have ballistic weapons, we do have ballistic weapons, so I'm not so afraid about them. Which means, on the other hand as well, that we might want to consider taking some of our less experienced troops. Let's shortly see what else we need. So we do have a support, which could be kind of the new support after he's level up, I guess. We would need a new assault, which we can level up, and a new heavy, which we can level up. So let's take him. The assault is already the covered op, so he will receive some experience. This will be our next heavy, which is fine. The assault is leveled. This is our sniper, which is going to the level, and he just still needs levels, so it's okay to take him. Alright, so we do have a good mixture of 2 colonels and a lot of guys that need more experience. I'm fine going on to this mission.
Touching down.
The Exalt missions are rather simple at the beginning and rather straightforward. And as long as they don't have their upgrades for... I forgot about my laser weapons. Zut, that shouldn't have happened. Could have given already some of the guys the laser upgrade, but anyways, we should still be fine. It's really not that difficult.
One of our field operatives who was attempting to recover new intelligence by hacking an Exalt comm relay. Strike 1 is going in to ensure the operative is covered while decrypting the data from the remaining relays. We have to keep that operative alive if we're going to recover the remaining intel.
Indeed, and we are definitely going to keep that operative alive, that's for sure. So, let's first and foremost start with the operative.
I'm on the move.
In order to keep him alive, we're going to hunker him down back here. Hopefully they will not find him. And we're just taking the route at the outer side here. Our sniper doesn't even have squad sight, great.
Got it. Moving.
So we'll meet her up in the front.
Let's do this.
Let's get the heavies into position. So we would have a theoretical option to use rockets. And other than that, let's just move as a team. There's no time limit here. Usually one of the packs spawns here at the first communication relay and one spawns at the second communication relay. That's kind of the standard spawn on this map. And then of course once you start the hex there will be more of them.
We finally have a visual confirmation of Exalt's operatives in the field, and from the looks of them, Exalt is working quickly to integrate alien genetic material into their troops. Until we know the extent of their capabilities, I would advise extreme caution.
Extreme Caution is my second name. I'm Syken Extreme Caution, the commander. So that is a little bit dangerous. If the rocket is going off board, he will definitely be hit. So,
On my way.
because I don't want to take this risk, I much rather prefer to do it that way.
Won't even know what hit him.
If the tank explodes, that's by the way very nice. The tank deals 18 damage, as you've seen, so that's quite a significant hit. Let's try to give our rookie some more kills. That one is shredded, so just need to kill him.
До встречи в аду.
The other one was behind here, if I'm not mistaken.
Zum Angriff über.
We are taking the flank now, also into full cover. There's no second pack, so you can just run up. So that would be the secure kill. Alright, she also has squad sight. That's nice. But I'm a little bit concerned about her to hit. Well, that was a crit, but unfortunately not a very strong one.
Allá voy. Daño negativo.
Good, so that's it. Didn't want to take the risk of even getting one shot from their side. That is bad news now, because they will trigger.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Which means our covered ops has just been uncovered.
Da kommen sie. They're moving to flank me.
So that could be one option. That would be probably even the better option, because it's out of line of sight.
Roger, Dodger.
On my way.
And what we want to do now is, of course, we want to advance
10-4.
to make sure that we can help our covered ops.
Running.
It should be an okayish position to shoot. The tank is burned out, so it cannot explode a second time. And since there is no other cover, I guess that needs to be our position for now.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Todo cubierto.
Heading out.
Good, so first things first, let's see if there is someone here, which is not the case. Good.
Иду.
So this here is only half cover, but I think I'm going to hunker down. Or, which is even better, just for this round, in case they are going to approach us, why not use the smoke? Want to make sure that our covered ops is really safe and secure. I also don't want to give them any lucky shots whatsoever. Just realizing that our sniper only has 5 hit points, which means I was even stupid enough to forget the carapace armor.
I'm on it.
Quiet. You hear something?
Should have invested a little bit more time in the preparation. Forgetting laser rifles and carapace armor, I mean, Exalt missions are easy, but there is absolutely no need to kind of increase the difficulty that much. Just checking if there is any overwatch. Not the case. We do have a rocket to deal with the cover here. I think I'm going to use it also to soften them up. Still a very solid shot. Alright, he's down.
I'm almost out of ammo. Down.
Good, so after we remove the cover, he is not even any line of sight. Don't want to charge him and run gun him into half cover. I don't feel that is a very smart play. Oh, that was the wrong one. Bro, you are not going to be in front. You are not going to be in front.
Heading to that location.
Heading to that location.
That here is a position where they shouldn't have an option to even see her. And he's going to prepare a flank from the other side. So these two should take care about him with Overwatch.
Shot wide.
Okay, so at least he just took cover and that's about it. He could blow up the tank. That's one option. Ah, no line of sight. Too bad. We could soften him up with a nice sniping shot. Well, that was indeed an intensive softening up. And since it's a medic, I guess, oh, it's an operative. There is a chance of him having the option for covering fire, which means even if you're just shooting at him, he'll just return the fire. Of course, that's not valid for squad side, but that's certainly valid for all of the other shots that you're going to take at him. In this case, I was just making sure that it wouldn't happen.
Вас понял. Got it covered. Afirmativo, cubriendo. Ясно. Начинаю
Ready to
наблюдение.
engage hostile targets.
There's still a third one. Right. He's back there.
I'm on my way.
So that's just a medic. I'm not so afraid about him. Let's remove his cover first.
Anything left? Weapons are dry.
Поехали.
Let's see if we can feed our newbies a couple of kills. Too bad she doesn't have any line of sight. It's a bummer. Of course, the colonels could kind of kill him.
Andando.
Really? Really? Let's try
Heading there now.
to see if he could take a shot. Maybe he's lucky.
Nailed him.
Alright, we were lucky.
Nachgeladen. We're green to go.
Ready to rock.
Good, and that's really about it, I guess. We can now proceed to the hack, and there will just be a couple of drops. That's about it.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Affirmative. I'm on it, Commander. Иду. Me dirijo allí. Joder, caña.
Yeah, XCOM 2, definitely also one of the games that I do have on pre-order. But like I said earlier, I'm a little bit torn apart when XCOM 2 is going to be released, because I don't know
Ich habe alles auf den Watch.
if I want to continue this challenge and first of all finish it, or directly jump into XCOM 2. I feel I've spent a lot of time here and a lot of preparation to be able to beat the challenge, and I'm very close of actually finishing it. It would be a little bit of a waste to not completely finish it.
Bin unterwegs.
And I know once I'm
Let's do this.
once I'm kind of fascinated with XCOM 2, I'm not sure if I'll still have the motivation to go for the full
Commander,
challenge here.
position near a comm relay. You just need to activate it to retrieve the missing data.
Verstanden. Ich habe alles im Blick.
Aye, aye.
Right. So that's the drop, even before the hack took place.
Threat pacified.
Interestingly enough, the happy here just dropped literally into my guy. So let's soften him up. Only 3 points of damage with a machine gun. That's really bad. Let's feed the sniper some more kills.
Target eliminated.
That's what I wanted to see.
Excellent. We've decrypted a piece of the data, and it looks like Exalt communications were temporarily disrupted by the hack. Now we just need to find the remaining relays.
Commander, thanks for tuning in. So this is a new attempt, but I'm also struggling with conventional firearms. The attempt earlier this week unfortunately ended with a very unlucky call at the last Exalt mission. I was raiding Exalt headquarters, and everything went by the numbers. But then I took a full cover, which was unfortunately not indestructible. So I ate a grenade and afterwards a critical sniper shot with low chances. But it was enough to drop one of my operatives, at least to stabilization range. So he would needed to be stabilized within three rounds. Unfortunately, it took me 4 rounds to finish the mission, so yeah. That's the moral of the story, how Season 3 ended. This year is now Season 4, and
Got it covered.
some of the issues are the same, but some are different. The issue with the conventional firearms, in this case, is the same, but it is more or less a consequence of us being very slow in research, because we were super lucky on getting engineers and stuff. We had enough missions, and panic control of the country so far in Season 4 really turned out to be golden.
Ready to engage.
But we are struggling a little bit with our scientists, so for an extensive period we just had a very limited number of scientists. Hence I just researched the laser weapons.
Shot wide.
But we are okay for the time being, so like nothing to really worry about as of now.
Observient.
Really? 8 critical? Wow. The Assault is doing so much, really so much damage, it's unbelievable.
Scorch the earth.
Let's soften him up.
I have no ammo available.
After that has successfully happened, let's try to feed our rookies a couple of kills.
That's it, Commander. We've decrypted the last of the data. Now we just need to get our operative to the evac point. Objective update.
And yes, Ramon, I'm hoping to quote-unquote finish this easily. It of course depends a little bit also on the RNG,
Got him.
because I can just minimize the chances of me being overrun or doing stupid mistakes. But in the end there are options to even fail if you're playing very carefully.
Resupply complete.
Let's first take a reload here.
Overwatch. Okay. I'm on it. Слушаюсь. Повеселимся.
So Reaper armor, that's a good question, mate. Reaper armor, ammo, definitely a nice option. But here's the thing: I haven't researched tactical rigging so far, so I only have 1 slot. And if you look at my guys, the questions really that you also probably want to ask yourself is, what's the most beneficial add-on? My medic is carrying a medkit because if things get rough, I want to have at least 1 chance to stabilize my fallen operatives. My heavies in my assault are usually currently running with a scope, because it will add effectively 20 aim, 10 for the first shot, 10 for the second shot. The sniper is going with the scope as well, so the question is really like who could benefit most out of it. the sniper, that's arguably.
We've got new contacts inbound on Strike 1's position, Commander.
But even then, I prefer to rather hit. The only exception where that might be untrue, quote unquote, is on terror missions when you fight against chrysalids, because they usually have a lot of hit points and you want to make sure to kill them. But I guess other than that, I just prefer the different options just over Reaper rounds. Plus, Reaper rounds are a byproduct of experimental warfare, and my research tree included Melt for early mechs. Afterwards, I went for Carapace Armor, relatively straight up, because I wanted to finish it before the first terror mission. Of course, I was unsuccessful. And afterwards, I needed to go for weapon fragments for the scopes, and then only the experimental warfare. So in a sense, you could say, at the moment in time when I got Reaper rounds, it was nearly already outdated.
Ich mach mich auf.
You certainly can go for a different build path.
Location confirmed.
I'm not saying the one that I've chosen is necessarily the optimal one. I went with early laser weapon rushes often, but with early laser weapon rushes you're prone to get really a lot of or receive really a lot of damage from lucky shots, and I felt I want to minimize the chance of my guys being in the sickbay. For instance, some of the attempts that I had in Season 2 ended simply because I didn't have enough armor. I had like only the normal armor. I had laser weapons, everything was fine, and then Seekers turned up. And even with full Overwatch shots, they managed to strangulate my guys. Only like little strangulations here and there, but if you have 4 Seekers in a campaign, or in a mission, you end up with everyone receiving 2 health damage, and at the end all of them went to the sick bay for 6, 7, 8 days, which was a little bit unfortunate because I then needed to take rookies, and in the second month without beam weapons, the only thing that really quote-unquote carries your game is the skills of your guys. So experience of your troops and leaving them unharmed is a really big benefit. Because, for instance, take the corporal sniper with double tap and such high aim. It is even possible to use your normal weapon quite efficiently, or disabling shot, for instance, to get rid of larger enemies, or increase smoke. I mean, you name it. Or the rockets, for instance. All of these skills are better if you're just looking at them than just going for weapons. The weapons increase your chance to hit by a little bit and your damage. But they're not taking care about cover, they won't give you any utility, etc, etc. Alright, hope that explained the question a little bit, and also my thoughts around the research tree. We got a promotion here, which is nice. Ivar Anderson. Good job, Ivar. Keep up the good work.
Was enough to take down the rest of Exalt's cell. Unfortunately, it looks like this was just a small part of their wider-reaching clandestine operation. We did manage to find some clues as to the location of Exalt's headquarters, though. If we can track down more of their cells and collect additional intel, we'll be able to narrow down the possibilities and take out Exalt once and...
Contact detected.
Wow, large scout has landed. That is 9 aliens, and this time we are taking our A-team with us.
Contact detected.
So our sniper, and let's see whom else do we want to take with us. I do have a certain preference to take the second sniper, just to level her up a little bit more. Let's make items available and see what we can do. So first off, this time I'm not going to forget the laser rifles. That's a given. Also the laser pistols will be equipped. There we go. If we run with 2 snipers, let's shortly build a second laser pistol. And again here, as soon as I go for tactical rigging, I'm just saving up some money because once the satellites are launched, I'm going to go for foundry upgrades. I mean, chitin plating, super nice. I really like it. Respirator implants definitely will be one of the standard items that I'm going to equip. So there is much more equipment, so to speak, that we're just not using right now, but which will be used pretty soon. Okay, so he's back from the sick bay. By the way, he has 6 stats, like 140 aim. That's just mad.